Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 15, The Rocky Road to Sisterhood. And we already at Episode 15, huh? I guess so, if they didn't filmed the reunion already. So this episode starts with the ladies are in the separate cars, of course. Angel is telling Tia and Kay that she heard Monique had been talking about her, making assumptions about her marriage. Monique is in the car telling them that, oh, I'm not speaking on their marriage. I'm speaking on, her, because maybe she's overextending herself because that's what I did in my marriage. But it's just like, girl, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I get that you might be triggered by some things that's going on in her marriage and the fact that y'all husbands know each other, but you're projecting. You've met this girl all of 2 times, and off of her saying, oh, watch the kids, you are just so triggered, girl. You have to calm down. You have to. So they're like, well, she already knows. No, let's go back. Monique admits that she took a lot of that anger in her marriage out on her friends, and so they showed all the times that she's got into altercations, almost physical on the show. But I'm like, yeah, you was probably angry because some stuff at home, but them girls was really trying you too. Let's not shift all the blame over, okay? So Wendy told Monique that it already got back to Angel. Who told her? Jassy told her. Monique gonna say, well, I know I wanted to tell her myself. She know I wanted to tell her myself. When, Monique? This like the second or third time of you bringing it up and not to Angel herself. So yeah, I don't blame Jassy for running back. Tell her everything, because you gonna tell her, if you gonna, don't say it to me if you ain't gonna say it to her face. That's crazy. So they headed to the jet to head to Aspen. Y'all, once they get on the jet, baby, they tore into Angel something vicious. And I don't know, I must be a mean girl too, because I just was like, everybody's like, oh my God, I feel so bad for Angel. Now, Giselle was doing a bit much. Giselle was, the way she was cutting her off and stuff. Yeah, it was a bit much. But yeah, I don't want to hear all this production, but I don't care. I don't care. If I was Angel and this is my business and my brand is riding on this, you can't have full control of the trip. I'm sure you can. This what we gonna book, and y'all can reimburse me for the portion that y'all will pay, but I'm gonna have them over here closer, and if that means it's double the price, it's gonna be double the price, because you got them in this like college kid vacation cabin. It's just not fabulous, it's not luxurious, and the water ain't even running. Like, Angel, if that is the case, I still fought you, because you should have never let production play on your head and your business like that. That makes it even worse for me. If production did do it, it makes it even worse for me, because that would have been in my contract, baby. Y'all ain't finna play. Y'all can play all day on this other stuff, but y'all ain't finna play on my business. So the fact that either way it goes, Angel needed to hear some of what was said. Like I said, Giselle was too spicy. Giselle was too spicy at times, but let's get into it. Once they're on the jet, Ashley gonna say, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. We're not asking, Nobody checked on us, but don't smell me. I didn't have a bath. Don't smell me. So once everybody sits down, Angel starts trying to apologize, but Giselle, Giselle was doing too much at this point. As soon as she starts talking, Giselle's like, nope, keep it. It's too late to apologize. I said, not it's too late to apologize. Giselle is over it. They're pissed because there was no water and no AC at the house, and they're going in. Like I said, it's ridiculous. Whether production did it or she did it, is still ridiculous. And I completely agree with Wendy. I guess Wendy would have been what I would have said. I wouldn't have been all down her neck like Giselle. But what Wendy said, if you're really being the host of this trip, once you found out we didn't have no water and all of that stuff, you should have sent us some Ubers. You should have sent us some Ubers so we can come get ready at your house. Period. Tell me some, oh, well, I was on the phone trying to get more accommodations. But when the accommodations didn't come, when it's 30 minutes into you knowing it and you trying to find accommodations, go ahead and send a couple cars. They ain't got to take all that stuff and bring it over here, but come on and send a couple cars so the girls can come over and get ready. Like, that's just I'm with Wendy. That should have been a no-brainer if you really hosting us, if you like us like that. So they all just kind of tagging in as far as Giselle and everybody going back and forth. Do I have on here? Her excuse is that she went into fixer mode and she didn't think to call them to check on them. Once she knew that they didn't have water, she went right into, oh, let me fix it, let me fix it, let me fix it. And so they turned to Tia and Kay like, and y'all ain't in the clear, y'all ain't check on us either. Giselle said, Kay, you too busy being up her ass. Kay said, I'm up my own ass. I said, to be fair, every time you look at Kay, she look like she is fighting for her life, okay? She is actively trying to duck them altitude tears. I don't know what that girl got going on with these mountains, child. So Tia's just like, well, when I woke up, I saw her at the table crying, and that became my priority. Like, I needed to check on her. She was really upset that you know, the trip isn't going good. I was like, so her feelings were more important than their literal lack of air and water. Listen to yourself. So Tia is just like, well, yeah, they upset with me, and rightfully so. I should have checked on them. She's still like, oh, but I was looking for accommodations. Giselle's like, girl, don't you think I did that already? Don't you think I did that already? And somebody tries to lighten the mood. They're like, it was so hot. Monique's face was swelling. And her face was twice the size. And they just kind of, you know, laughing about that. But Angel's still trying to explain herself that while they were sitting there at dinner, still at the dinner, she sent some people over there to check the water. And they checked the water. And I'm just like, the fact that she even had them in a place with well water functioning was beyond me. There's too many people for some well water. I've been in some well water situations. You got 8 to 10 housewives gonna be using all the water. Hey, child, Lena gonna bust all up in here crying about some dolls she left in my mama's house. She should have put them dolls in her backpack, and them dolls should have went to school with her this morning. Good thing my mama wanna live down the street, but she ain't home yet, so now she wanna play with Steelers. Child. Where we at? Gotta find my part again. Up there, yeah, Giselle, you don't think I did that already? She claims she sent the people over there. Water well. Kay is the way that Kay is trying to act like it's not a big deal was pissing me off so bad. And the people online as well. The gaslighting that happens because y'all think that Giselle is evil in everything she does. Yes, she is majority evil. I am not gonna deny that. But this one was with just cause, okay? This is the worst vacation that they ever had. People keep bringing up when Ashley took them to Texas and the hotel had construction and she took them to chicken shit bingo. I said, lame activities does not make a worse trip than not having working water and AC. Are y'all okay? Y'all clearly are not okay. This is absolutely the worst trip. We an hour away from the house. We're not even all together to where we could have went and did some random, you know, bonding stuff. So we an hour apart from 3 of the folks. And we ain't got no water and no AC. This is absolutely the worst trip. I don't care what nobody got to say. Twin beds don't matter. Twin beds don't matter when we ain't got no water and no AC. In this house, even though she put them in the room with the twin beds, it was bigger beds and more beds available in the spot that they put Wendy in. So they could have just easily went down to the basement with Wendy if they didn't want to be in no twin beds. So I don't want to hear, well, they're in the twin bed. They always have some twin beds and they still don't make it worse. The ridiculousness, I tell you. Giselle at this point is trying to take complete control of Angel's trip, and Angel is trying her best to take it back. Angel's trying to boss up. Y'all on this jet because of me, okay? Giselle said, well, I'd rather have running water than be on a jet. Kiana gonna say, just can we take a toast? Can we go take a toast? So she said, toast for what, Kay? Oh my God, read the room. Kay is saying, you know, she's trying to champion for her friend because she knows that this trip means a lot to her. And she's just trying to turn it in a better direction. Giselle said, toast to me because we're going to go to the Four Seasons, okay? Toast to me. Angel is so defeated and the ladies could care less. They get to Aspen and they go to a cute little bar to go just have a little nosh, little nibble before they get to the shopping spot, Kimosabi. The place didn't have beer, wine, or tequila. I was like, okay, that's random, but it was a whiskey spot. Angel is apologizing again, and they're just absolutely paying her dust. So, Jesse, you ran back to tell Angel what I said. Jesse's like, because I was concerned. I was concerned for her because, you know, she was asking Bobby about the sleepover. And then when you said what you said, you know, that's what made me concerned. Monique, the way she tries to address it in this moment, it seems more genuine than the initial concerns. But, you know, she's trying to explain how she was overexerted and in her marriage she has to make up for a lot because her husband did nothing. And Angel's like, and you think that's my life? Okay, well, it's not. He pampers me. This is not a depleted woman. I am filled with abundance and happiness. I said, girl, we can't tell, but this is a miserable group, so I'm not judging you that it doesn't shine with these people. She says, I watch my kids. Like, saying watch kids ain't that big of a deal. I'm like, yeah, it's not. I say it the same. Like, do I need to watch Melina? You finna go? You got meetings today? Do I need to watch her? Like, that's what you do. You watching the kids. Now, if he said babysit, you don't babysit your own kids, but you can watch your own damn kids. Like, what are you doing? I am parenting my children in this moment. Girl, who's saying all that? Just watch them kids and go on somewhere. Like, people be doing so much. So, Jessie, she cracks me up. She been married for 5 minutes and she's like, well, as a wag, you know, a lot of women lose themselves. And I feel like Angel is trying to find who she is outside of being a wag. Because, you know, we're wags. Okay, girl. Giselle is just kind of like, well, if you knew that we were on vacation, why didn't you have a sitter? And I'm just like, girl, you are in these folks' business. But, I mean, whatever. She said that she does have a sitter. The sitter leaves at 9. And she's still to check in with her husband, which is facts. Ain't nothing wrong with her checking in with her husband. Wendy is annoyed that Jessie ran and told that, knowing that Monique plans to talk about it. And so they're asking her, well, when did y'all get close? Jessie and Angel, when did y'all start talking, right? And Angel said that, Jessie said that Angel has always been calling her. They've been calling and talking on the phone since they met. Giselle said, when? We never see it. Does this happen off camera? Jessie said, yeah. Giselle said, yeah, that's a problem. Huh? How is it a problem that she hanging with people off camera? Giselle, you sound real crazy. How is that a problem? Because from Angel's mouth, she has come to all of y'all off camera. And I guess that, okay, Okay, I just talked to myself into seeing why Giselle is probably annoyed. Giselle is probably annoyed because with the people that she has the issues with, it seems like she goes to them off camera, because she's told us instances where, oh, I took Ashley a toolbox and told her I wanted to fix it. I took Giselle this and told her this. I took this person this and told her I wanted this. But if you're doing this off camera, it feels disingenuous that this isn't the side that you want to show. I can see that with the people that she have issues with, or the people that have issues with her. So that'll be Wendy, Ashley, Giselle. But her hanging out with Jessie off camera. Jessie ain't a main housewife, so the cameras ain't gonna be looking for her no way. So that was just crazy of her to be like, when y'all get close off camera? Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. I said, girl, you're the problem. You're the problem, Giselle. Okay, and she's just like, we're close, Jessie, we're close. You know, she actually wanted me to stay at her house, but you know, she just got Tia by default. I screamed because at first it sounded stupid. I'm like, is she talking out the side of her neck? And then I thought about it, and I was like, ooh, Kay probably chin checked her when she said she wants Jessie in that house. But are you crazy? I don't like Jessie. You better do Tia. You like Tia, do Tia. The rest of them, just, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's probably what Jessie was referring to. But Tia was just like, what do you mean? If she wanted you there, you would be there. And Wendy's just like, girl, Angel, this is the problem. If you just stand on business that you don't like us, you don't mess with us, we can just move on. All this pussyfooting around, it don't make no sense. Put your line in the sand. This who I talk to, this who I mess with. The rest of y'all catch me on a good day. I'll be in the midst, but don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know. No, I want to genuinely get to know everybody. It's just like, okay, girl. It's like, okay. They leaving to go walk over in to Chemo Sabe, because it's just like right around the corner type deal. Angel is sad. She over there crying. And lo and behold, it's Monique and Ashley that's over there comforting her, trying to uplift her. I said, y'all two were the ones that's got her down like this. I guess they weren't the two that tagged her on the jet, so you know they can console her in this moment, I suppose. They were giving her some solid advice, you know. They were being genuine. Giselle during this whole interaction, we can hear Giselle ask in the background, we're walking, let's go. We're leaving, are we going? Are we going? Let's go. While Angel is over there just pouring her heart out at Monique and Ashley like, oh my gosh, girl. Are we walking? Let's go. We're walking. Let's go. We can just hear Giselle just loud in the mud. Annoying. So, baby, they walking over there and they are struggling because they got on these cute for sitting but not for walking stiletto boots, and everybody is just so... Child. Tomorrow I am going to work on those photo albums to get all these pictures off my phone so I can have more storage. So, they struggling walking over to Chemo Sabe. They get there. They're doing a little shopping, browsing around, seeing what we got, what we working with. Stacey is disgusted. She's a vegetarian. She don't eat no meat. So these animal heads and this thick smell of leather, I'm sure, in the air, and the burnt leather because they charring the hats and stuff. I'm sure as the non-meat eater, she bought it all up. So I didn't think she was going to buy nothing no way, because I'm like, she don't believe in the entity that this is, okay? Kay is struggling to get them fur boots off, child. She need help. The daggone clerk, they trying. They need a whole nother girl to come over here. And she ends up getting some sneakers. I said, her feet hurt. That's what that was. She said, we doing more walking? Okay, I'm finna buy some sneakers up in here. She takes Angel to the side to try to console her. She claims that, you know, she wants to jump out there for her to defend her, but... basically she don't want to be a part of messing up the relationships if it goes left. Something along those lines, y'all. It just didn't really make no sense. Angel says it makes her so uncomfortable to even come back to Maryland. I said, girl, but you're trying to convince us that you didn't move to Maryland for the show. The ladies are checking out, and Tia buys a tie. She's like, what's it called? What's it called? It's a bolo tie. It's a bolo tie. It's the only bolo I know is the stripper. Tia said, well, yeah, mine is long too. Ashley gets on behind the bar when they get to the VVIP area to get some more drinks because they had already brought them some margaritas out there while they were shopping, but now they can go to the bar and have a real drink. Ashley's like, can I get behind the bar? She's just so excited to see it. I said, you know what? As much as I don't be caring for Ashley, it was funny to see her be so giddy in her element of being a bartender slash bottle girl. We saw the same thing with Jassy when they were on the plane because she used to be a flight attendant. So she was kind of doing her little flight attendant thing. So that was kind of cute to see, like in the midst of all the daggone mess. So she makes them these drinks called the pink pussy shots, okay? She's excited. They having a good time. The bartender, you know, lets her on back there. They like, girl, this pussy look dry. This don't look pink enough. Mine a little pinker than this. He adds some more pink to the pussy. Tia's just like, y'all, didn't anybody catch this? Tia says to Monique, Monique, would you like a sip of my pink pussy? Monique was like, no, girl, I'm strictly I said, Tia wants some sapphic happening so bad. She wants to put that puss on somebody in this crew. What Portia say when they was with Bolo? One of you bitches is eating me tonight, okay? Tia wish she had the balls to boss up and demand something else. Remember at the beginning of the season, she was so like shocked that Ashley was trying to beef with her. She was like, Giselle told me that Ashley was gonna fancy me. She said that she would like pinch my bum and everything. And she wanted Ashley to give her her first experience, child. I'm too through. Tia, calm down, girl. Damn, girl. So someone asked Ashley about the belt that she bought because she saw the turquoise. She's like, you have a belt from here? Yeah, I love this belt. Right? It's a belt. They go in a circle and tell how much they bought and how much everything cost that they got, y'all. I said, what in the... You supposed to just flash it across the screen. You supposed to just show them trying it on and just be like, turquoise opal belt, $4,780. That's how you supposed to do it. Like when Nene bought that necklace that she didn't know was $10,000 because it had real diamonds on it. She said, you better put that back on my card. They supposed to just put it up on the screen. You ain't supposed to go in a circle and be like, I paid $500 for this. I paid $200 for this. Some folks, I think like Tia, she only paid like $200-300 for something. Kiana's paid like $1,500 for some shoes once you round up the tax. Giselle got $1,000 pair of earrings. Wendy got like some $200 earrings for her daughter because not only are we rich, but our children are rich too. Wendy, they coming for you, girl. Wendy said, I don't care. I'm be fresh as hell, lift the feds, watch it. Hey, I'm be fresh as hell, lift the feds, watch it, and the kids too. I said, Lord. Giselle gonna say, Stacey was looking for a keychain. Stacey gets in the circle and she's just like, well, I'm not rich, so I didn't buy anything. But I love all the gifts you guys got for yourself. Yes, I was looking for a keychain. In a confessional, she said, baby, I know how to stay rich. Because I said, not you trying to act like you're not rich when your husband is a VP over at Audi. Girl, you probably making more than all these girls. Stop playing. Stop playing. I didn't think she was going to buy nothing in there anyway because, like I said, she was disgusted for me being a leather shop and all that smell and stuff. So I didn't anticipate her wanting to buy anything. Monique said, well, not only am I rich, but I'm wealthy and I bought my finance up in here. I spend my money on travel. Giselle going to say, oh, this is a very different Monique than when we first met her. And they flash back all the times where Monique was, you know, flaunting the wealth that she had being married to an NFL, a retired NFL guy. It was real extra. It was real extra. Not to say that she's struggling now. I'm sure she's not struggling now, but the way she was living then, like, oh, it's Tuesday, let me pop open this $300 bottle of wine. That bottle of wine is for birthdays and special occasions now. That ain't no everyday bottle of wine no more. Okay, so next they go outside and they see Mauricio, and I'm like waiting for them to flash on the screen who Mauricio is because I don't know am. I don't be watching the White Housewives outside of Salt Lake City. But Mauricio is Kyle Richards' husband, ex-husband, estranged husband, on and off again husband. And apparently they all are very attracted to him. They just all just light up. I said, baby, he must have swagger on 1,000 in person, because I'm just looking at him like, I mean, okay, he handsome, but he ain't, oh my God, my penis is wet type of handsome. Like, it ain't giving all that. But again, I ain't really into white guys like that, so I guess. So Giselle straight up says in the confessional, yeah, Mauricio is definitely somebody I would sleep with. I would spend time with him horizontally. That's what she said. Yeah, I definitely would, you know. But he's married to somebody that's in our world. She's a housewife, I'm a housewife. I ain't trying to have no Potomac Beverly Hills beef. That's the only reason. The man's still married. That ain't a reason. That was really the bird call. Mauricio, if you can keep a secret, I can keep a secret. Like, that's what it's giving. Like, girl, down. But Ashley's like, girl, please, I don't know they lady like that. Ashley trying to shoot her shot, and what's their name? Stacy is trying to help her. And Giselle go lasso them up. Girl, you a hot mess. Don't call me a hot mess in front of him. I'm trying to back on him, and you're running my game, Giselle. You are clip blocking, Giselle. My gosh. Giselle is just like, okay, y'all, time to go to the Four Seasons. When we get on this jet and get back, we're going to the Four Seasons. So is everybody coming? We got an executive suite. We're going to have dinner tonight and brunch tomorrow. Angel's like, girl, we have a schedule to adhere to. We have fly fishing early. Look at the schedule. We have to leave early. Giselle's like, actually, we're going to do brunch, and then we're thinking about leaving afterwards. Angel's like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Giselle said, well, let's ask the audience. We can ask the ladies. Let the ladies decide. It made me think of, y'all remember that video where Chaotic from Love and Hip Hop Miami and in Atlanta, he was on live when he was eating, and he was like, I ain't like this food. I didn't take this back. You didn't take it off my tab. But he had ate everything, when nothing on the plate with bones. And the little white girl, the little server, she leaned over to the camera and was like, you be the judge. You just... That was Giselle. What do you guys think? And I'm like, ooh, they probably want to go. I ain't even gonna lie. This is so sad to see, because it's like, Giselle, you are being really mean at this point. But at the same time, girl, the trip under your hands has been a tragic mess. And from what we see on the next episode, they might as well have skipped what Angel was trying to do anyways, okay? I was just like, how you let them play your business like that? They couldn't play on my business like that. Like Monique said, they will take, suggestions for accommodations, but baby, they weren't finna pay for no multiple nights at the Four Seasons for y'all. They was not about to pay for no multiple nights in the Four Seasons. I was like, Angel, baby, it's really not Giselle's idea that they go home tomorrow. That's production saying that if we put y'all in the Four Seasons, it's just for one night. So y'all better stay there tonight, and then y'all can go to the Four Seasons tomorrow. That was production, baby. But yes, that is it for this episode, y'all. Poor Angel. Poor Angel. Like, girl, you're going to have to boss up. You're going to have to tell them about themselves. You're going to have to do something. Because you giving them the space and the reason to come at your neck sideways. So it's like, what? They have no water and no air. I can't believe they stayed there for the night. Because, baby, they was looking up and saw Airbnbs nearby. At the very least, we would have found an Airbnb 30 minutes in. But, like, I know production probably make them not leave or something. But, baby, you weren't going to make me stay in no place with no water and no AC. You was going to have to do something. So, I be really wanting to break the fourth wall somewhere so we can know these stories. Because it just sounds so crazy. It just sounds so crazy. But that's it for this episode, y'all. Let me go figure out. Oh, no, I know what I'm eating for dinner. I be putting batches of chili. Like, I made a pot of chili the last time I made a pot of chili. I didn't want the chili as much as I thought I did. So I just bagging it up in some small bags to bust out when I want some chili. And right now I want some chili cheese fries. And so that's what's for dinner tonight. So I'm finna put my fries up in that air fryer. So I can have me some chili cheese fries, y'all. I'm excited. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment. Y'all hear my child crying in the background, Lord. Comment, let me know what y'all think of the video, and see you next time. Bye.